Yes.
ING Pay lets you say yes to online shopping. Introducing new ING Pay, an easy way to pay. Get 5% cash back on all your spends. No minimum spend, no cashback cap per transaction.
Yes.
Say yes with the new ING Pay and move to a new groove. Download the app, open an ING Pay account today. ING Pay lets you say yes to instant fund transfer. Introducing new ING Pay, an easy way to pay. Enjoy free instant fund transfer, no fees, and adjustable daily transfer limits. Say yes with ING Pay and getting all you love. Download the app, open an ING Pay account today. ING Pay lets you say yes to paying bills.
Yes.
Introducing new ING Pay, an easy way to pay. Pay your bills in just a few taps with over 70 enrolled merchants. No enrollment needed. Say yes with ING Pay and light up the town. Download the app, open an ING Pay account today.
Want to know about ING and sustainability? Because the simple fact is this: it's becoming even more important to more of you, and you care what companies are doing about it. So here it is. As a global bank with billions of euros flowing through our books, it's our duty to not only say no to financing that's harmful, but to say yes to financing change and making a positive impact. For ING, sustainability is about creating a healthy planet with prosperous people. What's the biggest challenge for the planet? The climate crisis. And what's a daily challenge for too many people? The statistics are clear. It's money. First, the climate crisis. There's a plan to keep global temperatures from rising too much, but it's not cheap. That's where we come in. Not only do we provide lending to green projects and companies, we help clients improve their own sustainability and reward them when they do. We finance the shift in technology needed to meet climate goals while measuring how we're doing and where we and our clients can do better. We call it our Terra approach. It makes us one of the first banks to measure and steer our portfolio in line with the Paris Agreement. Second, let's talk money. It's one of the leading causes of stress around the world. Half of households in Europe are struggling to make ends meet, and it affects more than our wallets. Financial health is also linked to our physical health and social well-being. As a bank, money is what we know best. We can help people be better at money too. We use our strength and innovation, creating things like forecasting tools and digital coaches. Financial health is also a part of our community involvement, like our partnership with UNICEF, where we help youth get the skills they need for a better future. Whether climate crisis or financial health, one thing is clear. No one sector can solve the world's problems, much less one bank. We seek out partnerships with peers, governments, and society. That's the only way we can make any meaningful positive impact. For us, for our customers, for the world.
ING Pay lets you say yes to online shopping. Introducing new ING Pay, an easy way to pay. Get 5% cash back on all your spends. No minimum spend, no cashback cap per transaction. Yes! Say yes with the new ING Pay and move to a new groove. Download the app, open an ING Pay account today. ING Pay lets you say yes to instant fund transfer. Introducing new ING Pay, an easy way to pay. Enjoy free instant fund transfer, no fees, and adjustable daily transfer limits. Say yes with ING Pay and getting all you love. Download the app, open an ING Pay account today. ING Pay lets you say yes to paying bills.
Yes.
Introducing new ING Pay, an easy way to pay. Pay your bills in just a few taps with over 70 enrolled merchants. No enrollment needed. Say yes with ING Pay and ride up to town. Download the app, open an ING Pay account today.
Want to know about ING and sustainability. Because the simple fact is this: it's becoming even more important to more of you, and you care what companies are doing about it. So here it is. As a global bank with billions of euros flowing through our books, it's our duty to not only say no to financing that's harmful, but to say yes to financing change and making a positive impact. For ING, sustainability is about creating a healthy planet with prosperous people. What's the biggest challenge for the planet? The climate crisis. And what's a daily challenge for too many people? The statistics are clear. It's money. First, the climate crisis. There's a plan to keep global temperatures from rising too much, but it's not cheap. That's where we come in. Not only do we provide lending to green projects and companies, we help clients improve their own sustainability and reward them when they do. We finance the shift in technology needed to meet climate goals while measuring how we're doing and where we and our clients can do better. We call it our Terra approach. It makes us one of the first banks to measure and steer our portfolio in line with the Paris Agreement. Second, let's talk money. It's one of the leading causes of stress around the world. Half of households in Europe are struggling to make ends meet, and it affects more than our wallets. Financial health is also linked to our physical health and social well-being. As a bank, money is what we know best. We can help people be better at money too. We use our strength in innovation, creating things like forecasting tools and digital coaches. Financial health is also a part of our community involvement, like our partnership with UNICEF, where we help youth get the skills they need for a better future. Whether climate crisis or financial health, one thing is clear. No one sector can solve the world's problems, much less one bank. We seek out partnerships with peers, governments, and society. That's the only way we can make any meaningful positive impact. For us, for our customers, for the world.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 14th ING FINEX CFO of the Year Awards ceremony, brought to you live today for the first time from the Hyundai Hall of the Arete, the Creativity and Innovation Hub of the Ateneo de Manila University. Indeed, this new normal time, creativity and innovation are traits that are needed for the game-changing CFO. And I would like to congratulate ING and FINEX for ensuring that such an outstanding CFO is chosen and recognized. Before we present and get to know that deserving CFO of the Year, let's watch this video.
Please join me in honoring the first ING FINEX CFO of the Year.
Our ING FINEX CFO of the Year, our CFO of the Year awardee,
Our CFO of the Year.
And now, the ING FINEX CFO of the Year is... For more than a decade now, global financial institution ING and the Financial Executives Institute of the Philippines, or FINEX, the umbrella organization of more than 800 finance and business professionals, have been shining the spotlight on the Philippines' best CFOs to promote good corporate governance in the country. Choosing the CFO of the Year follows a set of qualitative and quantitative criteria. This set of criteria was designed by the FINEX Foundation and the Ateneo Graduate School of Business. The criteria gives equal weight to the CFO's performance in 4 key roles. As steward, the CFO preserves the assets of the company by minimizing risk and getting the books right. As an operator, the CFO runs a tight finance operation that is efficient and effective. As a strategist, the CFO helps to shape overall strategy and direction in the company. As a catalyst, the CFO drives change in financial approach and mindset, so the entire organization performs better. The award's stringent and meticulous search and selection process starts with the nomination of the CFO. The search is open to a CFO from any company registered and operating in the Philippines, whether local or foreign-owned, privately held or publicly listed. The ING FINEX CFO of the Year Award is the most prestigious and coveted recognition in the Philippines finance profession. The CFO is recognized as the best among the best from no less than his peers and colleagues in the industry. The CFO joins the growing ranks of past awardees, some of whom have become chairman or CEOs of top organizations. The CFO gains exposure for himself, his organization, and his advocacy. The CFO is awarded a glass trophy especially designed by renowned Filipino glass sculptor Ramon Orlina. Shining the spotlight for more than a decade now, the ING FINEX CFO of the Year.
Now, to formally open today's awarding ceremony, please welcome on stage the overall chairman of this year's ING FINEX CFO of the Year Award Committee and the partner for risk advisory of Navarro, Ampere and Company, Deloitte Philippines, Mr. Enrique Victor Pampolina.
Good day. I would like to welcome each and every one of you to our 14th ING FINEX CFO of the Year Award. I remember months ago, right after the start of the pandemic, and we were to officially launch the 2020 CFO of the Year Award search, we all knew then that it would be a challenging year for the search, as we realized that the companies will be very busy scrambling to cope with the impact and the evolving implication of the pandemic. But we at the committee also felt that it is in these critical and challenging times that the CFO's value to an organization will be strongly tested to navigate their companies in safe waters during this pandemic. Thus, we were confident of finding more worthy CFOs within our midst. As a partner from Deloitte, two things resonated well for me with this FINEX ING CFO of the Year award. First is the fact that the framework of the search, which have consistently been used measuring the value of the CFO in 4 dimensions of being a steward, an operator, a strategist, and a catalyst, is proudly a Deloitte framework in our CFO program called the 4 Phases of the CFO. Moreover, we are also a big proponent of gender parity. And from the very start in developing and identifying logos and materials for the CFO search, the committee has been very conscious and meticulous about ensuring a gender-neutral feel to encourage strong nominees from both gender. And today, I'm very happy and proud to note that we have in fact bore fruit in this milestone year for the CFO of the Year award. I would like to thank all those who have comprised the CFO of the Year award committee, the search subcommittee led by Mignon and Alvin Heli, the media subcommittee led by Edith Chow, the event subcommittee led by Nenet De Jesus, all the judges, the champions, the FINEX secretariat, our very hardworking liaison officer, Domingo, and of course, ING Bank Managing Director, Hans Sikat, for supporting FINEX in this continuing endeavor. I also would like to thank the Ateneo de Manila, through Father Yap, for allowing us to hold these awards at this state-of-the-art Hyundai Hall venue. Again, a pleasant day to everyone and a big welcome.
We now call on the Managing Director and Country Head of ING Bank Manila, Mr. Hans Sikat, for his welcome remarks.
Good morning to our distinguished guests, our partners at FINEX, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in the 14-year history of the ING FINEX CFO of the Year award, we will be greeting each other from the comforts of our own home or home office. This is truly an extraordinary time. The COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted all our economic activities and lives around the world. It has also drastically altered the business landscape. Many business models have been upended, and while many have business continuity plans, these were not designed to address prolonged lockdowns, drastic changes in consumer demand, or the major disruptions in supply chains. These extraordinary times called for an extraordinary league of finance leaders. Traditionally, CFOs are responsible for managing their company's financial resources. The global pandemic, however, has ushered in an increasingly remote and risky environment that finance executives must navigate. They now face a host of new responsibilities and demands, from equipping the organization with the resources needed to be nimble and resilient, to changing their risk management strategy to adapt to the new normal. This is why the partnership between a CFO and her CEO matters now more than ever. The best CFOs are able to serve as alter egos of their CEOs in anticipating needs. They take the initiative to run multiple scenarios, recognizing that the level of uncertainty and complexity today is far different than past downturns. They go beyond responding to requests, and they pressure test assumptions with extra rigor. We found this is one of the strengths of our 2020 ING FINEX CFO of the Year awardee. A true game-changing CFO. It is impressive how this person has cultivated a strong relationship with her CEO and is valued as an internal trusted advisor. She's also demonstrated a very agile approach to the issues her company is facing, and this enabled the organization to pivot well in this pandemic. And while the award selection process is based on a stringent set of criteria and not gender bias, I'm personally delighted that we now have our second female CFO of the Year awardee. This is yet another testament to the strong contributions of women in corporate boardrooms, politics, and society. On behalf of ING Bank, which is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year, we congratulate our 2020 ING FINEX CFO of the Year awardee, as well as the Financial Executives Institute of the Philippines, in sustaining the award for the past 14 years. This pandemic and the period of economic crisis it has ushered should make us realize the importance of stronger partnerships. At ING, we say, do your thing. We cannot tackle today's emerging challenges if we do it alone. Thank you for giving us the honor and privilege to be your partner in shining the spotlight on our outstanding CFOs. Good day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sikat, and to you, ING Bank, for being at the forefront and partner of FINEX for this prestigious recognition of our country's best CFO. To introduce our guest of honor and keynote speaker, may we now call on the Liaison Director of FINEX for this year's ING FINEX CFO of the Year Awards Committee, Mr. Domingo Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, Maria Leonor Herona Robredo.
My warmest greetings to the FINEX Board of Directors and ING Bank Manila as you come together today to recognize the CFO of the Year. Congratulations to this year's awardee as this year's game-changing CFO. It is my hope that you serve as a beacon of light to many, an inspiration to continue innovating and finding creative ways to bring Philippine businesses to greater heights. Today's celebration comes at a time of great disruption and uncertainty. The most urgent challenge for our country is also the world's gravest health crisis as COVID-19 cases continue to spread in our communities. Around the world, healthcare systems are almost overwhelmed. Economies are shrinking, and entire populations edge closer to poverty and hunger. Even the most established businesses are struggling to stay afloat, while smaller shops have been forced to close their doors. Earlier reports have shown that 94% of Fortune 1000 companies are seeing supply chain disruptions because of the pandemic, while 75% of companies have already felt the blunt force of this pandemic as early as March. The choice for some has been to either let go of employees or to fold up, resulting in one of the highest unemployment rates on record. This, of course, has caused tremendous anxiety and uncertainty for many. As finance professionals, I know that you too have been feeling this strain. The virus will be with us for a while, and it can be difficult for us to imagine what the future holds, much less plan our actions moving forward. So we ask ourselves, how do we remain hopeful during this time of great unrest? What does business look like in a post-COVID-19 world? How do we reimagine the future where no one is left behind? There is no single sure answer to these questions. But though contexts may differ, it has become abundantly clear. There is no way through this crisis but together. The bigger the challenge, the greater the imperative for us to put our heads together and contribute towards a collective goal: surviving, adapting, and building a better normal for all. There are several ways of fostering this togetherness. One is by collaborating and engaging with different groups from both public and private sectors to create meaningful change across the board. Look for ways to link up, finding commonalities and working on advocacies and projects together. Expand your networks and deepen your connections so that we can fill more gaps and be bridges where we can. For us, this meant collaborating with many groups, including those in the private sector, to help push our initiatives forward. Working with subject matter experts and talents from the creative industry, consulting with public health experts and economists, and even engaging with young groups of people to come up with the best and most effective solutions that we need right now. Second, and this is one of our personal learnings during the pandemic, is to use technology to our advantage. Harness it to speed up and scale up. Invest in apps and other digital platforms that could make our systems flow smoothly, where the dynamics between health and efficiency can be addressed. This has been the philosophy behind some of our COVID-19 response efforts, including setting up a community mart which lets customers shop for their palengke needs online with the help of an app. Through this, market vendors had an online platform to sell their goods, and tricycle drivers who did not have any source of income during the pandemic were able to ply their routes. We started with one community mart in Quezon City last May. Now we also have community marts in Pasig, Muntinlupa, and even Zamboanga. It has been inspiring to hear their success stories and see them thrive in this digital space. In Pasig City alone, we have reached more than 17 million pesos in total sales already. Aside from our Community Mart, we also launched 2 initiatives under our Bayanihan na Buhay program. The first is an online jobs matching platform called sikap.ph, catering to recently unemployed service blue-collar workers to help them find work. It tries to localize matching, taking into account the challenges of public transport and the risk of spreading COVID-19 across communities. Thousands of job vacancies are already available on the platform. If you think that this is something that we can work on together, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. We will be very happy to work with you so that we can help more of our kababayans along the way. The second initiative is our Bayanihan Mart through iskaparate.com, an e-commerce platform for micro-entrepreneurs who would otherwise be hard-pressed to participate in the digital economy. All of this we were able to do and more because technology served for us as an instrument of service to make bayanihan possible even during these extraordinary times. So if you find effective tools, tell others about it. Share your data, your experiences, your best practices. You have already built a strong, resilient community of finance professionals. I hope that you continue to celebrate and be inspired by each other's successes. Even if the pandemic hinders us from being together physically, continue to have meaningful conversations like this online. Keep engaging, keep moving with others. Every effort counts. There are no insignificant gestures. This has truly been a challenging year for all of us, and much work remains to be done. But as we look forward to the months ahead, it is my hope that you will be fueled by the same grit and determination that has strengthened you and your businesses after all these years. If today's event is any indication, with the best business minds in the industry already here with us today, I have no doubt that we are on our way to a better normal, a world where no one is left behind. Once again, congratulations to this year's CFO awardee. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
The panel of judges has to go through the voluminous documents, do their own research, conduct interviews with all candidates, as well as complete the score sheets based on the criteria set. They meet, deliberate, and sometimes even argue amongst themselves to arrive at the final choice for the CFO of the year. The entire process takes weeks to finally decide on the individual deserving to be called the ING FINEX CFO of the Year. So to introduce this year's CFO of the Year Board of Judges, may we now call again Mr. Guillermo Go, Liaison Director of FINEX for this year's ING FINEX CFO of the Year Awards Committee, to introduce this year's distinguished Board of Judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce the members of the Distinguished Board of Judges for this year's 14th ING FINEX CFO of the Year Award. And these are the Honorable Attorney Emilio B. Aquino, Chairman, Securities and Exchange Commission. Dr. Jesus P. Estanislao, Founder and Chairman Emeritus, Institute of Corporate Directors, as well as Founding Chair of the Institute for Solidarity in Asia. Mr. Jose Jerome R. Pascual III, Director, Treasurer, Vice President Finance, Pilipinas Shell Petroleum Corporation, and President of the Financial Executives Institute of the Philippines. Mr. Hans B. Sikap, Country Head, ING Bank, Philippines. Dr. Rosalyn L. Wee, Vice Chair, W Group of Companies, and spouse of the Philippine Ambassador to Indonesia, Ambassador Cesar Lee Yong Wee. The Reverend Father Roberto C. Yap of the Society of Jesus, President, Ateneo de Manila University. And Dr. Ji Kyong Kang, President and Dean, Asian Institute of Management, and this year's Chair of the Board of Judges. Thank you to all our judges for being part of this year's ING FINEX CFO of the Year Award.
we shall keep the excitement a little longer while we all relax and listen to our guest performer. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our performers from Viva Voce.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our mind. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong. Say that you'll bring me along to the world you see,
To the world I close my eyes to see, I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me
A
awake.
million dreams, a million dreams. Of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. kagandahan. Nais mong matatama ng kakaibang damdamin kahit minsan man lang. Habang ako'y may buhay, wala nang hangarin pangkunay. Nais ko, nais ko, nais ko maulit ang buhay kung may pagkakataon. Upang mamalas sa mga bagay-bagay na di ko natampo sa ating buhay. Nais kong mapulit pa, ulit-ulitin pa ang buhay ko. Nais kong mapulit pa, ulit-ulitin pa ang buhay ko.
share our audience this year that this ING FINEX CEO of the Year awarding ceremony has strictly followed and complied with all the protocols as prescribed by the IATF and the local government. And as many of you know, our nostrils are the best testaments to that today. Before we formally introduce this year's ING FINEX CFO of the Year, let me briefly introduce the beautiful trophy crafted by the father of Philippine glass sculpture, the maestro of light, Ramon Orlina, who turned 76 this year and for over 50 years has been working with glass. Mr. Orlina has personally described this piece as and has given it the name Everlasting Excellence, a truly fitting description for our 14th ING FINEX CFO of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Everlasting Light, a proper tribute to our 14th ING CFO of the Year.
Judges for this year's ING FINEX CFO of the Year Award, I am honored and privileged to announce this year's awardee. The Chief Finance Officer of Robinsons Retail Holdings Incorporated, Ms. Marlene Casiban. Congratulations.
She is very enthusiastic and energetic.
She's easy to talk to. She doesn't have any airs. She values the opinions of others.
She has been a great mentor. What you see is what you get. There are no pretensions.
She will use her experience to advise you in whatever the business unit requires.
She's really low profile, but she has lots of friends. She's not somebody who would probably gloat over her successes. Very dedicated to her craft, and she keeps on improving. You know, her credentials speak for itself.
RHI actually lives up to the values of our founder, Mr. John Gokongwei, and that's integrity, stewardship, and entrepreneurship. And you can see Ms. Robina Gokongwei, Lance Gokongwei, and Mr. James Go living up to those values and living by example. The entrepreneurship actually is all over the organization. You can share your ideas, you learn from your mistakes, iterate, but at the same time, we try to simplify things and cut the bureaucracy.
Since joining the company in 2016, Mylene has been a crucial part of RHI's milestones and strategic developments. Running a big multi-format retail chain in the country is a tough job with so many headaches. So we are glad to have someone as capable as her as our CFO.
I have implemented finance transformation in RHI, transforming my finance team to business partners more than just controllers. And that has actually helped us manage the crisis, especially this current pandemic, implemented a lot of innovative ways to simplify our processes, implement automation, a lot of automation initiatives across the organization.
When Mylene came in and we had that partnership, we started knocking down these obstacles and we finished it in record time. And I remember our boss basically saying it wasn't a technical issue, it was that solid partnership.
Mylene sets the tone and standards, hence inspires me to do the same and support her in achieving company goals and objectives.
Mylene is a progressive leader who introduced a number of initiatives that benefited our business.
You can see that she embodies the values, not only within retail, but the bigger JG Gokongwei group of companies, showcasing an entrepreneurial mindset, partnering with the business units as the finance lead and head.
During this COVID-19 pandemic, CFO Mylene immediately initiated cash preservation strategies and also austerity measures to ensure that the business will continue to thrive despite the challenges.
Mylene was able to transform our finance team to key strategic partners, not just to the business unit head, but to the heads of key departments within the organization as well.
Her trust pushed me to be better at my job. And because of this, you don't want to let her down. She looks after her people. She looks after our development through feedback and guidance.
The balance that she has is she considers the IT or technology point of views because, well, IT is an enabler. It's really the process sometimes that's important, and she lends her support to the right process instead of insisting.
We are now given an in-depth analysis of the business and the reasons behind the numbers. This makes planning and decision-making in our group a lot faster and grounded on data or facts.
I feel Mylene greatly impacted the area of finance business partnering, wherein she transformed the finance team from a typical controller focusing on accounting functions and repertorial requirements to becoming a proactive business partner, collaborating with our store operations group, the business head of the unit, and merchandising and other various departments to drive business growth.
All in all, Mylene is able to help us business unit heads in making that tangible connection between operations and its financial performance.
She is affirmed not just by the other leaders in the organization or in the company, but right now, more importantly, by a prestigious body such as FINEX.
She spearheaded a lot of initiatives as CFO to streamline how we do things in RHI. And it has basically made our lives easier so we can focus on the customers. Mylene deserves to be CFO of the Year for 2020 simply because she has not only done her job well, she's done it exceptionally well. It's been a delight to work with Mylene, and we are very grateful to have her as our CFO. Congratulations, Mylene, for winning CFO of the Year. And of course, thank you for all your contributions to Robinsons Retail. As our chairman, Lance Gokongwei, said, we are all stewards of the business we are part of, and you are one of the best in the Robinsons Retail family.
To all finance professionals out there, don't be afraid to explore whatever opportunities you have. Any opportunity is good as long as you do the best that you can. Finance is not all about just a controllership. It is important to have a strong controls and compliance environment, but to develop yourself, you have to expose yourselves into the business, understand the big picture, and from there on, you would actually know the big triggers. And from there, you will be able to navigate the complexities of managing a company from a finance perspective. And it's important that you develop the next level of finance professionals so that you can continue your legacy.
Lenny Robredo, to the FINEX Board of Directors, Mr. Hans Sikat, Mr. Jose Jerome Pascual, Mr. Enrique Victor Pampolina, to the FINEX Board of Judges and the CEO of the Year Awards Committee, good morning. I'm very proud and honored to be the second woman CFO of the year after 12 years. May this serve as an inspiration to the women CFOs to always do their best and be their best authentic self. I would like to thank the Board of Judges for selecting me as the FINEX CFO of the Year. May this serve as an rest assured that I will promote and practice the ideals and aspirations of the finance professionals in the Philippines. To my FINEX coach and champion, Mr. Noli Innumerable, thank you so much for your patience and persistence in bringing out the best in me. This award is for Robinson's Retail, my attribute and my way of honoring our founder, Mr. John Gokongwei, and of course to Mr. James Go, Mr. Lance Gokongwei, and Ms. Robina Gokongwei Pe. They are my inspiration in getting this award. It is a joy going to the office every day, knowing that you can make a difference and your voice can be heard. It is a company that values corporate governance and sustainability. I would like to thank my finance team. This is for all of us, for we have worked together in transforming finance in RHI. To my colleagues, the business heads and shared services heads, I could not have done this without your support. Lastly, and most importantly, I would like to thank Robina for believing in me and for supporting me all the way. I'm lucky to be working for somebody who is an authentic leader with a very good sense of humor and who is very much Mr. John in business. Again, thank you very much and stay safe.
Congratulations again, Ms. Mylene Casiban, CFO, Robinson's Retail Holdings Incorporated, and our 14th ING CFO of the Year. You are truly not only a game changer, but a multifaceted CFO. Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude this awarding ceremony, let us welcome once again Mr. Jose Jerome R. Pascual III, President of FINEX, to deliver the closing remarks.
Congratulations again, Mylene. To Mylene Casiban, our CFO of the Year for 2020. She's the CFO of Robinson's Retail Holdings Incorporated. I am so thrilled we have a second female CFO of the Year awardee. And I look forward to seeing more women CFOs making significant business impact in their organizations and getting recognized in the ING FINEX CFO of the Year search. Mylene, we join your family, your colleagues, friends, who are also very proud of what you have achieved in your career for which you are being recognized today. You will be the ambassador for finance excellence, and I hope you will use your term as CFO of the Year to inspire other CFOs and finance professionals to make their own mark in their businesses and aspire for this most admired and sought after finance recognition. Closing this year's CFO of the Year search would not be complete without the sincere expression of thanks to those who made this event possible. Our guest of honor and keynote speaker, Her Excellency, Vice President Maria Leonor Leni G. Robredo, our Board of Judges, chaired by Dr. Ji Kyung Kang, President and Dean of the Asian Institute of Management, the Honorable Emilio Aquino, Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Jesus Estanislao, Founder and Chairman Emeritus, Institute of Corporate Directors, Mr. Hans Sikat, Country Manager, ING Bank Philippines, Ms. Rosalind Wee, Co-Founder and Vice Chairman, Marine Resources Development Corporation, Father Roberto Yap, SJ, President, Ateneo de Manila University, and yours truly. Our overall CFO of the Year Committee, Mr. Jet Pampolina. Overall Chair, Mr. Domingo Go, Liaison Director, Mr. Hans Sikat, Ms. Mignon Ramos, Search and Selection Chair, Mr. Alvin Jelly, Search and Selection Vice Chair, Ms. Nanette De Jesus, Events Awards Chair, and Ms. Edith Dichao, Media Relations Chair. our search and selection panel members, Ms. Malu Cristobal, Ms. Tisa Rohastan, Mr. Domingo Go, and Mr. Jet Pampolina, our champions, Ms. Nelly Dagdag, Mr. Noli Innumerable, Mr. Tony Boy Onciaco, and Mr. Renan Piamonte, our auditor member, Zaldi Aguirre of Isalilpan and Company, our media partners, ABS-CBN News, Business World, Business Mirror, and the Manila Times, the Ateneo de Manila University for generously accommodating us here in the Arete, and of course, the valued and perpetual partners of the CFO of the Year Awards, ING Bank Philippines. Thank you very much, and see you all once again when we shine the spotlight on the country's best CFO next year. Mabuhay ang ING, mabuhay ang FINEX, and mabuhay ang ating bagong CFO.